Slender the 8 Pages and Slender the Arrival game review. TLDR delivers genuinely terrifying moments wrapped in a short but effective psychological horror package. Its masterful audio and eerie atmosphere are let down only by repetitive mechanics, thin narrative, and brief runtime. When it comes to the storytelling of Slender, the narrative introduces you as Lauren searching for her friend Kate across eerie environments, forest, mine, farmhouse, unfolding through tapes and notes. It sets a compelling, eerie tone, but it does lack depth and character attachment. Some story beats feel thin and underdeveloped, and player choices are non-existent. It's a pretty linear experience. 6 out of 10. Mechanics of the game, it has some pretty survival horror staples. Flashlight, running, item collection. Controls are largely smooth, though odd interactions and occasional clunky mechanics do break immersion. The note fetch loop becomes repetitive pretty quickly. 5 out of 10. Tension peaks during jump scares and pursuing moments. Genuine terror is in short bursts. So the engagement is good, however, downtime crawling through corridors, collecting items can drag and erode suspense. Now, when it comes to the graphics of this game, Slender in the 8 Pages, it's lacking. It's really not good. My biggest complaint about it is that it was just far too dark. Even if I hadn't been streaming and had this bright light in my face, I couldn't see anything. The remastered visuals for Slender the Arrival maintain a murky and immersive aesthetic. The environment supports the horror, though dated textures and odd visual bugs still surface occasionally. Lighting effects and screen distortion when Slender appears are very effective though. 6 out of 10. Audio design excels in Slender the Arrival. It's very ambient, there's creaks, whispers, footsteps. Some of my chatters even called it ASMR. And then there's sudden stingers that heighten the dread. The soundtrack builds consistent tension throughout and makes headphones essential for gameplay. 9 out of 10. There's very minimalistic UI works for immersion, but players may find navigation and objective clarity lacking. Ported controls are inconsistent and sometimes unresponsive, which can be frustrating. 4 out of 10. As far as longevity goes, the campaign lasts approximately 2 hours. Extras include a bonus level, which is just the remade 8 Pages with much better visuals. There are harder modes and randomly spawning collectibles, but the core experience isn't strong enough to motivate multiple replays. Once you've played it once, you're probably done. 4 out of 10. Now, as far as value, I paid $19.79, which is full price. It offers a solid horror experience with a strong atmosphere, worth it for fans of psychological horrors. Repetitive gameplay and limited story may undercut the value for some people that are seeking more depth, however, and if you can catch it on sale, I would say it's probably worth a playthrough, but I wouldn't buy it full price. Slender did birth a template for minimalistic survival horror, which is incredible. The Arrival refines it with more levels and pacing, but doesn't reinvent anything. Its randomness in item placement adds slight variety, though the core remains familiar and plays off of a creepypasta that's been popularized through media. 4 out of 10. Time for bonus carbs. The darkness and complete lack of accessibility in the first game is made up for in Slender the Arrival, but they are still lacking, especially in subtitles when there is dialogue. There were some high tension moments and good jump scares, and it remains popular in horror circles with a steady fan base. 5 out of 10. This brings our total for Slender the 8 Pages and Slender the Arrival combined to a 55 out of 100. That's gonna give us some al dente and very bland noodles. At least they're fully cooked though. What do you think? Do you disagree with my review? Let me know in the comments and let's discuss it.